I do love the holofoil pattern on the front of the box.
Hi everyone.
Hi guys, today I'm gonna open the Uno All Wild card game, where every single card in this box are wild cards. You heard that right. No colors, no numbers, just wild cards. Without the need to match colors and numbers, this would be a really easy game to play, but at the same time, it would also be devious and cruel when your opponents can play any card that they want from their hand. Now, if you look on the front of the box, you have a standard blank wild card, but there's also a few wild cards that have a special action when you play them, so there is a little depth to this game. If every card in this box would be blank wild cards and that is it, this game would be unplayable and would be a complete waste of cardboard. I do love the holofoil pattern on the front of the box. I don't see this hardly ever on an Uno card box. And once you know it, on the back of the box, there are 4 languages. You have English, Spanish, French, and this other language that kind of looks like Spanish, so I'm gonna guess Portugal? I really don't know. If you know what this language is, say it down in the comments. Well, anyways, let's get right to it. This won't take long at all, so I'm gonna tell you what. I will explain each of the special wild action cards when I'm done revealing all these cards. Now, wouldn't it be nice if these cards would be holofoil just like the box itself? But then again, it would cost a premium. And this is kind of new to me because usually Uno decks like these are sealed in a plastic, but not the case here. Should I just rip this right off since I'm going to be keeping this? Because this looks like this is not even moving at all. After getting this white wrapper stuck out like this, I still can't really pull it out. So you know what? There. Screw it. I'll do the same thing for this one too if I can. There. That's all taken care of. I guess I'll go with this one, and here you go. All wild cards. It's a jungle in here. Untamed, unleashed. That's a lot of skip ones. A lot of +2s as well. Yep, there are 8 different wild cards. One of them is blank, and the other 7 are action cards. And here's the back of the cards, by the way. So there you go. And of course, here's this one too. That's what the blank wild cards look like. They just don't have the action symbols like these ones do. But yeah. And like I said earlier, there are no colors. I mean, there's colors here, but I meant like traditional like colored cards. And there's also no numbers. Just wild. Just play anyone that you want. That's a lot of blank wilds. Yeah, this whole deck is just wilds, except for like maybe there was another one of these and another one of these. So, alright, I'm gonna get these cards sorted out so then I can explain them to you. Okay, I got the cards right here. But first, just like with all the Uno games, if you only have 1 card left, don't forget to shout Uno, because if you don't, and you get caught, you have to draw 2 cards from the deck. Anyways, here are your 8 cards. The first one is just a blank wild card. You play this, and nothing happens. This is a wild reverse card. Play this, and the turn order is reversed. This is a wild skip card. Play this, and the next player's turn is skipped. A wild double skip. Play this, and the next 2 players must skip their turns. Now, in a 2-player game, does that mean that the person across from you and yourself skips their turns? So in a way it's nullified, which means your opponent gets to play anyways? I'm not too sure about that myself, but in a 3-player game, this is really terrific to play. A wild +2 card. Play this, and the next player must draw 2 cards from the deck and skip their turn. A wild +4 card. Play this, and the next player must draw 4 cards from the deck and skip their turn. This is the only wild card in the entire Uno card game that does not have the traditional wild back like this one does. Instead, this one just shows 4 cards of different colors. A wild targeted draw 2 card. Play this, choose an opponent, and that selected opponent must draw 2 cards from the deck, but they don't get to skip their turn. And the last card is a wild forest swap. Play this, choose an opponent, and you and that selected opponent must exchange hands. And after the exchange, if any one of those players has 1 card in their hand, don't forget to shout Uno. And there you go. Oh, and one more thing, as it says it right there in the manual. I just wanted to read you a piece of the manual that I just saw so that you know. It says here, and I quote, "Let's say that the next player in order is about to go out, and you don't have any way to stop them. You could take a chance and choose to draw a card instead of play any of the cards in your hand. You might just get lucky. If you do, you must either play the card you just drew, or pass your turn without playing a card." A good example of this is if you play this card right here, the Wild Force Swap. You play it on the opponent that has just that 1 card left. You swap hands so that you have the hand with just the 1 card left, shout Uno, and then you're just 1 turn away from victory. And I'll also show you this too. When someone wins the round and they score from their opponent's hands, a blank wild card is 20 points, and a wild action card is 50 points. So there you go. That right there is Uno all wild. I have to say you might have some fun with this in a way, but ultimately, I think this is just a cash grab. There's only 8 different cards in this deck, so there's probably not much depth, only just a little bit. I'll tell you what, why don't you try playing this game without using any of the blank cards? Just use all of the wild action cards, and that's it. I would have to say that would be an extremely wild game. Try it out if you get this game. Anyways, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more, and don't forget to check out my gaming channel, Markis Be Gaming, for video game Let's Play content. I will see you later, but until then, like always, take care.